Hi, everybody. Good morning. Pedro here for PG's Continuing Journey channel. It is another Motivation Monday, and I gotta tell you, I'm deeply grateful for my family, in spite of the differences that we have with one another. Hmm, Sorry, just trying to get the camera straightened out. But anyway, I'm most grateful that for this Easter Sunday because no, it was no. I went to work. I got up. I went to work. Did my thing there. Then I came home to a wonderful get together with the family as an Easter themed dinner. And Auntie cooked for not only for myself, not only for daughter and granddaughter, but also for some friends of hers. And it was very delicious. It was roasted pork, rice with pigeon peas, some fried plantains, also known as tostones, and some macaroni salad, which I'll try later in the week. Anyway, so on this Motivation Monday, I gotta say that I feel really back on track. Again, I'm thinking with all, I have another big appointment coming up this Friday. My doctors, this time with the podiatrist to follow up on it, on my calluses issues. It doesn't bother me that much as it used to be, but it makes walking at a fast pace challenging. But I'm going through other life challenges as well. It's going to be like this for a while, but I'm deeply grateful that I'm staying the course as much as I can. But anyway, so let's see. What else can I share? That's about it, really. My life and journey now is living the simple life. No, after COVID, after everything that's going on in the world, you know, I feel loved, so to speak. No, I have not. I posted on my social media platforms for the first time in ages. Because with all the political drama that's going on and all the player haters coming out to player hate about what's going on in the White House and so on. But I don't follow politics. I don't follow political drama. I don't follow religious bullshit. But I will say this: Karma's a bitch, isn't it? Yes. First Kim Davis, then Christy Nome, and most recently Pam Bondi. So, so everything in that man's administration one, don't be surprised if it happens in administration two. But I will leave it at that. I hear co-workers talking about that man, and I don't want to talk about that man. Not this time, not today, not this time or ever. For my mental health reasons, for my peace, and for the interest in not being pissed. Because there are a lot of things about that man that pisses me off. I'm gonna, and I unfriended some people on Facebook for that reason also. But I did what I had to do for my peace, for my mental health, and for the interest in not being pissed. Because now is not the time. But I recently had to bought some new clothes. I bought three new pairs of sweatpants, all from Amazon. Three new pairs of sweatpants, one black, one gray, and one red, to replace some of them that got ripped off in the middle. And one of them, my cousin who is in college right now, took over. Also, new pair of blue jeans. I bought a size higher since I never purchased from that brand before, and so just in case it was too tight, then it's a little struggle because I got that big pants. I still got that big belly fat to deal with, but it fits me beautifully. And lastly, my new uniform shirts, because one of the buttons ripped. One of the buttons from the one I got, I had to get rid of, disappeared. I'm like, I cannot remember right now where it disappeared to. So that's a non-skill victory for me. That's not really a non-food treat. That's more like a very important essential, if you know what I mean. So, and right now we're just gonna have one more coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, and just do my best to stay motivated, stay the course, because at the end of the day, my days, coming up is Prime Month is just around the corner. Mental health, mental health day is just around the coming out day is just around the corner. Mental health month is just around the corner, I do believe. So I just want to stay focused on all three of those areas: my body, my mind, my spirit, my mental health, and my peace. So it's five: body, mind, spirit, mental health, and peace. I'm spiritual, but I don't follow that religious bullshit, as I said. Yeah, it can be very difficult, especially when I really do not have a lot of time for socializing or dating anybody right now. It's just staying home, helping the family with the bills, but at the same time, it shows how much appreciation I have to be at home. But I did, however, walk through the park last weekend. I did, so I managed to get that done. On Friday, I walked around the neighborhood from the house all the way up to one of the supermarkets to get salmon and a couple of other things. And on Saturday, I should say, I walked to the park, but not all the way around because when my mind finds out that I'm going for a walk, I have to do I got a couple of things for it, so it doesn't. So helping out the auntie duties is involved. my heels were hurting that day too. So, but I got something done, and that's all that matters. Oh, and a big shout out to Shalene Johnson. She was a former beach body trainer. Now she has her own YouTube channel, and she was talking about how getting 10,000 steps per day is not always realistic. I know since moving to my current home, that has not been realistic, especially since my public transportation is much closer than it used to be back in the day. No, my aim every day is to get 6,000 to 7,000 steps a day. For some reason, the Weight Watchers app still recommends you get 10,000 steps a day. But for me, that's not realistic. My realistic right now is to get at least anywhere between 6,000 and 7,000 steps daily. And it's still just as effective because it affects where my life and my journey is right this moment, right now. Not what it was 20 years ago, not what it was 15 years ago. Because back in those days when I was living alone in Brooklyn, I was able to get all those long walks, extra workouts at the gym, but really hanging out with friends. And had I came out the closet as gay at that time, I would have told one of the guys I met that I had a crush on him. But many of them were already in relationships and already married, so I did not go there. No, I'm the type that don't go there. I see stories here on YouTube how many gay men have had locker room crushes. I too, but I didn't go there. I still wouldn't go there today because at the end of the day, I came out for me. I came out the closet for me because I'm tired of being somebody who I was not. Everybody loved me back in the day when I was being something I was not. But the moment I came out the closet, that's when everybody vanished. And not only that, the moment I didn't have any money in my pockets to give them. So it's all good on all perspectives. All right, it's time to wrap it up. Have a great motivational Monday. I gotta get ready to go to the office. Gotta get ready to get this day over with. I gotta help out my auntie with stuff after this. So it's gonna be a busy day. But as always, Mondays are always my resting day in the exercise department. And speaking of exercise, I'll be posting this video later in the week. I did on Saturday I did Dance Off the Inches Latin Cardio Party, Emily Naeem. And yesterday I did Stephanie Huckabee's Power Fit. This for, did upper body and lower body with the medium resistance band. So for me, the resistance stretching bands I love them just as much as weights. So, all right. Have a great day, everybody. I will see you later. Take care, everyone.